Hi everyone, welcome to Illustrious Media. My name is Fushel. Hoping you guys are having a wonderful evening. I have some exciting news. So this popped up on several of my social media feeds, and it's a brand new game from a Chinese studio called Black Myth Wukong, and it's based on the classic Chinese literature. It's like one of 4 major classics in Chinese history, and the folklore that it comes from is called Journey to the West. Many of you might already be familiar with the name. And this folklore, this epic story is on par with like the myths and legends of classic Greek and Roman culture and Viking culture, if you will. So it forms as kind of one of the pillars and foundations of classic Chinese literary history, culture. So now, right off the bat, I've never read the classic, but many hundreds of renditions of this myth legend has been done. And Black Myth Wukong. Wukong is the name of the character of the Monkey King. It's this mythical monkey that has these supernatural abilities that can, in a single somersault, can basically leap entire mountain ranges, all this fun stuff. So it's a great epic, and one day I'm going to actually read through the whole damn thing. This one, just from the screen grab, looks pretty gritty, pretty grim, pretty dark, and pretty mature. And according to all the hullabaloo of all these articles have been coming out, people are getting blown away by this. So I have not seen this trailer at all. I'm very excited. And this is the first time I'm laying eyes on it. And it's just like, this is exactly what I'm looking forward to from China, from Chinese storytellers and developers going forward, as they start to really kind of inhabit and feel confident in their culture and what it's about, and not having to feel like they need to explain it to everybody or being insecure about how it might appear. So I'm projecting a lot onto this already, and I'll stop right now. So let's just go right into the trailer and check it out.
你们一定都听过关于他的故事。有人说，他帮唐僧取到了真经，封了斗战胜佛，从此留在了灵山。也有人说，那个成佛的根本不是他，真正的他早就死在了西行路上。还有人说，西游从来都没有发生过，他只不过是说书人杜撰的一只猴子。但我要讲的故事，你们一定没有听过。这个故事得从一只金蝉说起。
Real quick, props for sticking with the Chinese language as opposed to making this stuff English. Awesome. Pre-alpha game build, work in progress. Hell yeah, this is right into the gameplay.
不知道里面还有没有存酒？
就别馋了，出了事儿，小心咱们2个被营区真人拿去下酒。大哥，山门口那边好像传来些响动。别疑神疑鬼了，我大哥在这儿把守，哪个不水上的回来搞死啊？那些狼崽子看不见，别以为就能过了老子这关。
大
Holy shit!
有个王脸和尚闯进来了。
Obi-Wan, eat your heart out.
来者何人？敢来此处扰我清修？又是只猴子。施主，不如放下棍棒，也同我学点佛法，如何？
Okay. Oh, destruct environments. I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh. The fire effects look amazing. For a pre-alpha build, that looks really good.
小猴子，你惊动了这儿的妖精，再往前走，万万小心。
哇哦！
小猴子，来这边。这儿，看这儿。 小神是黑风山的土地，在此候你多时了。下，真下。再往前走就是观音禅院，当年也是香火鼎盛啊。只可惜。 那场大火哟！后来啊，这禅院又被重建了。可人心若是烧没了，修好一座破庙，又有什么用呢？
哦，
小老儿先走一步。 等你过了前面的栈道，咱们自会再见。
Oh man, that is some beautiful environments right there. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Wow. He's a were-ape. Wow. Get the hell out of the way.
条大狗。后院那厮是黑风怪的道友，自称灵虚子。以你现在的道行，走了。小猴子，快逃，还来得及！ 你若进了这道门，便回不了头了。
Oh, some serious shit about to go down. Holy. Oh. Wow. He grooms himself in the middle of a fight. Oh wow, that is, yeah. Every time they do the environmental destruct stuff, I'm impressed. I mean, the lighting effects is so fluid and smooth. I mean, for pre-alpha, this is this good already. Oh, you get to see his face finally. That's amazing. Whoa. Oh shit. He just morphed into a different character. That's amazing. I mean, this action is so smooth. It's like how you expect a duel to play out, like in a perfectly animated, choreographed movie. And the idle movements. He's like the sagely old master in this one. Wow. Hell yeah. Look at that swagger. Damn. Whoop. Uh-oh. Wow. Oh, I remember this bit. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. Holy shit. Shut up and take my money. Oh my God. Wow. Jesus Christ. I can't speak yet. I need a couple seconds to collect myself. Wow. Okay. So, just thoughts off the top of my head, right from the get-go. This game, in my opinion, marks the confident arrival of classic Chinese culture onto the global market. I'm not saying examples of certain projects that hasn't done something like this, but I don't think there's ever been something that just marched out here and with such confidence and such directness. There's no bullshitting of some stupid English subtitles here and there. It's just full on Chinese culture on display. The characters, the calligraphy, just from the get-go, the confidence that it presents itself and not apologizing for it, which is something that frankly you have seen before in Ghost of Tsushima. And I mean everything. This game is top to bottom, left to right, through and through Chinese culture. The soundtrack was amazing. It's amazing. It's just if you listen to classic Chinese music, you could definitely hear the kinds of I don't know, a musician would do a much better job at expressing the nuances. Okay, so let's first go into the bits of narrative that we saw in this gameplay trailer, and I love the way they brought you in. They brought us in. It's kind of an approach that works very well. You don't just get blasted into this bombastic scene. You get introduced to this broken, drunken monk, and you don't know this person. You know his name. It presents the kind of okay, you heard the myths, you heard the legends, you heard the folklore, you heard the kids' tales, but here's really what happened. Here is the brutal, unvarnished truth of what happened. Again, this is still myth, but as someone who grew up partially in China and who has heard and seen renditions, which I can't find offhandedly for you right now on this reaction, but of the Monkey King and Journey to the West, and the books and the children's books I flipped through as a kid, the cartoon shows I've seen as a kid, and also more lighthearted renditions like the Jackie Chan movie, and I believe there's a Netflix series on too. These are all the lighthearted renditions and interpretations of this classic. Now we're going to take a more, darker, more nuanced approach, which doesn't mean gritty or realistic per se, but we're going to marry all the fantastical elements of the story, the Monkey King himself, Sun Wukong, and then take all the best that modern game engines can offer, crank it up to 11, and then present it. And let's just go by the name, Black Myth Wukong. Okay, there's something significant about that. It's supposed to be a dark story. This is a very literal transliteration of Chinese, Chinese language. Dark as in what's hidden and not always seen before, not always seen from the surface. And they did away with the surname Song. It's just Wukong. So it's almost if they stripped a certain level of formality and varnish, because that's how often a lot of classic Chinese literature culture has been portrayed in media. And we're gonna strip that away. We're gonna take it down to how this person might have, or this being might have had to encounter the world day to day. And it's not some fantastical, kind of like colorful, cartoony, world. It's still very fantasy, but it's very much darker fantasy. And the visuals just show that off, adhere to it perfectly. And this character, the Monkey King himself, lends, like the classic folklore, like everything, all the things you've seen the character do here, from like when he yanks something from his head, like his hair, and then kind of, like does like multiply himself by like 12 or something, and then like that's a classical power he has. He stores that the staff or the rod behind his ear, and then basically it extends, it retracts at will, and so he can basically have it very short and nimble, and then when he needs to, he just it's like turns into a mile long or something, just like that. So the way he can move and kind of like just almost like teleport, I mean, it's just all there, and to see it rendered in such like a high fidelity, slick way in engine, and presented as you fighting through, you inhabiting this character, and playing out the legends that that you've been told as a child. This is amazing. This character is like it's kind of like it's like Hercules in a way, and the amount of like the visual design and the visual fidelity is utterly stunning. The fire effects are awesome. I mean, there's going to be people who are more well versed in Chinese culture than I am, who can basically go much more in depth into what's going on, and this definitely motivates me into looking up this stuff further, and maybe make a few more, make some other like exploratory, explanatory videos on it. But overall, it's just like it's an amazing arrival onto the scene of like a very confident just presentation of classic Chinese culture, of a Chinese literary classic. And the beauty of it is that this is in the video game world. If Hollywood tried to make another one of these, it would turn into another shit show like the stuff they've done before. But this is a video game developer that's purely based out of China, and they know they've been infused with this legend, this this myth, and this mythical character, and all the other mythical characters since they were kids. And you can see that directness, that kind of like purity that's there, that kind of like, no fucking screenwriter or producer got in the middle of it and go like, well, we need to do this a little here, or the Western audience wouldn't accept it. No. They didn't give a shit. Just like the people who made Ghost of Tsushima didn't give a shit about quote unquote Western sensibilities, because people in today's day and age, they want authenticity. They want the real. There's not a single word of damn English in that entire thing. It was all Chinese. All the damn subtitles, save for the first section, were all Chinese too. I think, right? Yeah. There was a little bit of English, and that's fine. Like, people are going absolutely nuts on IGN, on all these like trade journals, on Inverse. You have like multiple YouTubers already just like singing this game's praises and just like making a lot of hay out of this trailer because it's so damn good. So this shows you, again, this goes back to one of my earlier videos of where I did, and I'm gonna like hawk my earlier videos a little bit here, but I made a video of what Asians can learn from Ghost of Tsushima, and that is based on how good that game sold, with an all-Asian cast because it's set in medieval fucking Japan. Guess what? It became the best-selling game of the year, I believe, and one of the most decorated by awards. Meanwhile, you have some dumbass like Jeff Loeb from in Marvel and Disney saying nobody gives a shit about Asians. And here you have this game that's just, generating tons of hype just within 12 hours of dropping. And I bet you some of those same Hollywood operatives, executives, tastemakers, gatekeepers, whatever the fuck, will still think that they know what the fuck the audience wants. Okay? So, to my Asian creators, the writers, the directors, I don't care if you're in filmmaking. I don't care if you think you're not going to be interested in video games, okay? Here's the thing. If you're making high concept shit, Ghost of Tsushima, and now this, and the response and the reaction to this trailer, this gameplay trailer, should tell you just how much fucking money Hollywood was leaving on the table by denying authentic storytelling from you. That's Hollywood's problem. This game is made from a Chinese studio, and what's probably going to happen, I think the background in this is that apparently it's a small company that doesn't quite have the money, the resources to really carry this thing to finish. So what they did here was they're trying to basically did a proof of concept. They're trying to gather the support, both officially and also from grassroots, I guess, here, to really like carry this thing all the way to finish. You understand? The people who made this game, the companies who made this game, and the audiences globally who are chomping at the bit now to get at it, throwing their money at the screen, they don't care about what Hollywood's doing. They're moving on from Hollywood. Hollywood is no longer in front of jack shit. They're about 2 or 3 steps behind. So let this be a powerful lesson to you. I'm gonna really I'm excited as hell for this game. I'm gonna buy this game, I'm gonna play, I'm gonna stream it, and I'm gonna talk about it. But since I've been making these videos of superseding Hollywood, okay, for Asian creators, and trying to get Asian creators everywhere globally, because I know there's so many Asians at every level of the business in Hollywood that are constantly being told that their stories are not being worth told, that people don't want to see them in front, on the screen. The people who are telling you that are full of shit. Okay? At best, they're ignorant. At worst, they're insecure, entitled jackasses who want to keep you and I and other people down, and who want to keep disappointing the audience who wants to see stuff like this. That is the most powerful lesson I want you to learn, because this shows, you understand, this game is coming out in a year, maybe. It's 2020. This thing is going to launch maybe 2021. I don't know. I forgot if they, I didn't see a launch date. You understand? The market is ready. So you need to get to work right now to create this shit. Because here's what I think is going to happen. This game is going to launch, and it's going to do extremely well. Provided they deliver what they showed off in this trailer, it's going to do phenomenally well. And then the paradigm will shift. And the people who have created and lined up half a dozen high-grade, high-level IPs, they'll be the ones ready to take the phone calls, to go to the pitch meetings, to make this shit happen. You see, Asia is already moving onto this. The world is already moving onto this. What the fuck is Hollywood doing? And to finish off, I just want to say that I am hugely encouraged by this project. This very kind of unvarnished, very direct, confident, high fidelity, high polish, high finish, and high grade storytelling if I've ever seen it. Because for a while there, I was still thinking, hey, maybe China isn't ready to actually put together something like this and build, take their culture, take aspects of the culture, and build a brand that global audiences want. Oh, I'm dead fucking wrong. This completely proved me wrong. And what I want to see happen, because now you see they have the technical ability, the artistic ability, the storytelling ability, the voice acting is great. Take my word for it. Okay, I understand everything they were saying. And the soundtrack is just like, they're taking all these classic like just sounds and I'm not a musician, don't kill me. And they're delivering this. There is so many different kinds of awesome Chinese stories. You understand? The Chinese culture in East Asia is kind of like, has the same influence over the neighboring like lands as Roman culture, Greek myths and legends has formed the basis of Western tradition. So China has a lot of effect on the Eastern tradition. Now Buddhism and Taoism and Buddhism from India, from that region, has had also a lot of effect on Chinese culture. So it's all there. But you have to understand there's so much there. There's so much just awesome stories that can be built up and experiences that can be presented. I am very excited for the future of what's coming out of Chinese game developers. This is amazing. This is an immense moment. And yeah, so stay tuned in. That's all I have off the top of my head in the moment. But come back for more videos, because I'm definitely gonna be playing this. I'm definitely gonna be streaming this probably, and diving more into like the kind of into the cultural intricacies and details of the story and the characters in the world. So thank you very much for joining me for this trailer reaction. This game is called Black Myth Wukong, based off of the classic Chinese literature piece, Journey to the West. And hope you all have a very safe evening and an awesome weekend. Thanks for joining me again. If you like this content, please hit a like and subscribe. Tap that bell and help the channel out. And I'm also in communication with a lot of Chinese designers from who are working like the biggest game companies in the U.S. as well. And I'm also working with some of them to create my own IPs, to build my own IPs. So I can see bringing them on to do like kind of a kick-ass podcast, or just kind of a back and forth to see, so they can like give a better idea of like, okay, here are all the little bits. Like we can go through this and parse this and talk about what they know and what they can tell, what they can say about like the details of all the design stuff. Anyways, really geeky stuff. Thanks again for joining me. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.